Hey everyone, when you hear Manchester, you might think of football, music, or maybe rain, lots of rain. But behind the modern city lies a story of ambition, struggle and change. From Roman soldiers to roaring steam engines, from packed cotton mills to the front lines of political reform. This is the history of Manchester and how its people helped shape the modern world. Manchester, a city that rose from the smoke of its mills to become a symbol of industry, struggle and progress. But how did it get here? Let's rewind the clock. Part 1. The roots of Manchester. Long before the factories, Manchester began as a Roman fort called the Museum around AD 79. Over the centuries it grew into a modest market town, surrounded by farmland and known for its wool trade. By the 18th century it was a bustling place, but still small compared to London or Liverpool. Part 2. Life in the 18th century. In the 1700s, Manchester's streets were narrow, muddy and crowded. People lived in small brick houses or timber cottages. Water came from public pumps and sanitation was, well, let's just say, not a strong point. Life revolved around work. Men often labored as weavers, blacksmiths or merchants, while women worked in domestic service, took in laundry, or spun thread at home. Most people didn't travel far. Your world was your street, your church, your market, but change was coming, and it would be powered by steam. Part 3. The Industrial Revolution. The late 18th century brought a revolution, not in politics, but in production. Manchester became the world's first true industrial city. Cotton mills sprang up along the rivers, powered first by water wheels, then by James Watt's improved steam engines. The population exploded in 1773. Manchester had around 25,000 people. Part 4. Life for the workers. But life for the working class was hard. Children as young as 5 worked long hours in noisy, dangerous mills. Families lived in cramped, back-to-back houses, often with no toilets. Disease spread quickly: cholera, typhus, tuberculosis. Yet from these harsh conditions, something powerful began to grow, a movement for rights. Part 5. The struggle for workers' rights. In 1819, tens of thousands gathered at St. Peter's Field to demand political reform. The protests turned deadly when cavalry charged the crowd, an event remembered as the Peterloo Massacre. The shock of Peterloo helped spark decades of activism. Trade unions formed. The Chartist movement pushed for voting rights, and laws slowly began to limit working hours, especially for children and women. Part 6. The role of women. Women in Manchester played a double role. Working in the mills and fighting for social change, many became skilled weavers, others joined strikes, and by the mid-19th century, Manchester was a hub for women's suffrage. Figures like Emmeline Pankhurst, born here in 1858, would go on to lead the fight for women's right to vote, a battle that echoed the city's long tradition of standing up for the underdog. Part 7. Legacy. From Roman fort to industrial powerhouse, from Peterloo to Pankhurst, Manchester's history is one of resilience and reinvention. Today, its red brick mills may hold apartments and coffee shops, but the spirit of its workers, their struggles, victories and voices still shapes the city's character. So there you have it, a glimpse into the past that hopefully sheds some light on the present. If you found this video insightful or enjoyable, please consider subscribing. Your support means a lot and helps us keep bringing these stories to life. Thank you for joining us today, and until next time, stay curious.